As a backer of the Cursed Knight, I woke up to an interesting surprise. It is a demo for the Cursed Legacy, another modern game for a retro console. Another interesting surprise, this wasn't yesterday, I've been meaning to do a video on this for a while. The Cursed Legacy came to me as a Steam game, again because I'm a backer. Now, I actually prefer this one over the Sega Genesis version. You know why? The controls. You can change these to damn near anything. But as you'll see in a minute, these are the defaults. And as you can probably tell, I am using an Xbox controller. I prefer these controls over the Sega Genesis so much. Now if you want to see me stream this, I'll be happy to do that. But let's get into the game. At least the story. If you've never played this before, it's kind of like an amalgamation of Mega Man, a shoot 'em up, and all kinds of other things. So, I'm starting from the beginning right here. You're an outcast. Until you're needed. Let's skip ahead a little bit. And I actually did a designated video on this on the Sega Genesis. These are the options. So I am sticking to quality. My little computer can handle that. And as for the shader, I like the default. I don't care for the CRT. Now, one thing I immediately noticed on this version versus the Sega Genesis is that it is full screen. It has the Cursed Knight on either side. I like that. But it's not a game changer either way. Okay, let's get into the other game. As it stands now, you do not get a lot of options. Let's go into the arcade game, and I'll show you Snake. It's exactly what you think it is. You're building your snake, you don't want to hit your snake, but it's a nice little addition. The hardest part about this is you actually have to turn in directions. You can't necessarily control the head of the snake all that well. I found this incredibly difficult, but it is a nice little add-on. No! Let's not continue. Instead, let's look at the story. Right now, the game isn't really too deep. I'm not 100% on the controls, but A and B seem to be shoot and jump respectively. You can also do a little dive roll and stuff like that. You can pick up, that would have been the shield had I picked it up properly, but I'll get one later. But you will see you can double jump, that's 2 Bs. If you're crouching, you will do a little rolly type of thing. And this level seems to go on a little long. So now you'll see the little rolly thing. Now I think the animation is really good, and I think the music is pretty good too. And now you can see I also have the shield, and it blocked a little bullet. Very cool. Now the next level is as far as I've gotten in this demo. It is hard as hell. But this has a lot of run and gun and platforming right here. I'm gonna shut up so you can see a little bit of the game, and then we'll move on to the second level. My first death. In this one, the backgrounds and the floors just aren't really quite up to, you know, normal gameplay. It's too hard to see where you need to be and where you need to go, and those windows above really look like something you could land on. So this goes on for a little while. I'm gonna skip ahead just a bit so you can see the next section. And the truth of the matter is, the redundancy, even in this early stage, is probably its biggest problem right now. So much of the first level and so much of the second level are just so constant. Nothing really changes until you get to the next segment. It's entirely likely it's going to change, but I'm just stating it as it is right now. First, let me say, I really do like the music in this section. Second, I think that if I spent enough time, I could figure out the patterns and get through this section very easily. So far, the electrical beam is what gets me every time, especially after I've lost so much life going down the elevator. But as you hop forward, you will eventually make it. I am still struggling with this, but overall, the game looks like it has a lot of potential. I'm curious to see what it looks like once it's finished. And as I noted on The Cursed Knight, I'd actually like to see it on Steam even more than I'd like to see it on the Sega Genesis. Let me know what you think, leave some comments below, and have a good one.